Welcome to Epochs Across Eras, where we explore the great empires not just through emperors and wars, but through the daily lives of the people who lived under them. In today's journey through the Eastern Han Dynasty, we step away from the palaces and battlefields to enter the homes, farms and markets of ancient China. What did people eat? How were families structured? What roles did women play? And how did Confucianism shape society from the ground up? From farmers and merchants to mothers and magistrates, today we explore the heartbeat of Han China, its people. Let's discover how millions lived, loved, worked, and endured in one of China's most storied dynasties. History often remembers emperors, but empires are built on ordinary lives. In the Eastern Han Dynasty, a farmer might rise before dawn, a woman might manage a household, a child might learn calligraphy on bamboo slips. Family values shaped law and language. Gender roles defined daily rhythms. Trade, labor, festivals and funerals all followed deeply rooted customs. Today, we don't just observe rulers, we walk beside the people. Let's explore the daily life of the Eastern Han and see how an ancient civilization thrived far beyond the throne. The Eastern Han Dynasty was built on Confucian ideals, especially regarding family. The father was head of the household, expected to lead with virtue and discipline. Sons owed absolute obedience. Daughters were taught humility and service. Filial piety, xiao, was the cornerstone. It wasn't just a moral code, it was law. Disobedience to parents could lead to legal punishment. Officials were judged by how well they honored their elders. Ancestor worship was a part of life, shrines in the home, offerings at festivals, and ritual mourning rituals when parents died. A typical household might include grandparents, parents, children, and even married sons with their own families, all living under one roof. This extended family structure created social stability, but also pressure to conform. While Confucian values limited women's public roles, women in the Eastern Han had significant influence, especially within the home. The ideal woman, according to the Nu Jie, Lessons for Women, by Ban Zhao, was humble, obedient, and industrious. But Ban Zhao herself was a respected scholar and historian, proof that elite women could wield cultural power. In peasant homes, women worked the fields, managed food storage, raised silkworms, and wove textiles. They controlled the household economy and passed down knowledge through generations. Widows were expected not to remarry, preserving loyalty to their deceased husbands. But some women, especially aristocrats, gained power as matriarchs or even regents. Though limited legally, women's everyday contributions were essential, economically, emotionally, and socially. Roughly 90% of the population were peasants. Farming was backbreaking and seasonal. Men ploughed with iron tools, while women harvested millet, wheat and rice. Taxes were paid in grain or labour, building canals, roads or frontier fortresses. Despite their hardship, farmers were respected by Confucian scholars, considered the moral core of society. Artisans, though lower in status, played a vital role. Blacksmiths, carpenters, potters, and weavers formed hereditary guilds, passing down skills. Cities like Luoyang housed entire districts for specialized crafts. Laborers and servants, often poor or unregistered migrants, handled menial tasks in cities. Some were employed by the state, others were bound to landowners. Social mobility was rare, but possible through military service or scholarship. For elite boys, education began around age 7. Tutors taught the 5 classics, texts covering rights, history, poetry, and ethics. Writing was done on bamboo or wooden slips, later paper. Exams weren't yet formalised, but educated men could be recommended for office. Girls rarely received formal schooling, but some noble families taught daughters poetry and etiquette. Children of all classes played with toys, spinning tops, wooden dolls, and animal-shaped whistles. They celebrated festivals like the Lantern Festival and Double Ninth. Music, dance, and storytelling were common leisure activities. Wealthy families hired entertainers, rural folk enjoyed songs around fires. Han society valued both discipline and delight. Daily life was steeped in ritual. Households made offerings to kitchen gods and door gods. Every action, from sweeping to planting, was tied to the lunar calendar. Taoism spread during the Eastern Han, promising balance with nature and long life. Buddhism also entered from India, though still a minor presence. Funerals were elaborate. Tombs were stocked with goods for the afterlife, pottery servants, miniature kitchens, models of homes. Some tombs included written prayers or protective charms. Spiritual life was not separate from daily life. It shaped how people saw health, success, and fate. The Eastern Han wasn't just an empire of officials and warriors. It was a world of mothers and sons, weavers and farmers, scholars and servants. Their lives were structured by duty, faith and rhythm, rituals passed down through centuries. Confucianism gave order, but daily survival required resilience. Women shaped the home, elders commanded respect, families farmed, traded, prayed and dreamed together. Though their names are lost, the people of the Eastern Han built a civilization that still echoes in Chinese culture today, from family values to festivals, from farming traditions to the written word. In our next episode, we'll explore a different kind of power, how palace intrigues and court politics set the stage for the dynasty's decline. Thank you for watching Epochs Across Eras. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's keep exploring the past to uncover the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep exploring the epochs that define us all.